Hello everybody, it's been a long time coming to bring this series to you guys. This is the Madden 24 franchise with the 2024 NFL draft class. This is completely made by me. I will not show you guys the edit, the players or whatever, because you guys could see all the overalls, but I basically know most of them if I haven't forgotten it. Loaded QB class, I even have some of these guys all the way down to Jalen Daniels. I have everybody that was showing up on the PFF big board before they updated it to 250, and there is like a full 7 rounds of quality players in this draft class. I'll release it. It's PC only, so I'll release it after this video comes out and do a whole video on that, maybe as a second upload one of these days. There are still a few kinks with it, with actually importing it and getting the draft order to go correctly. Like most of the time, you know, Chop Robinson, who's like down here, goes number 1, and then even if I go into edit players, this is not even close to the layout that it's in. Dallas Turner's at like 20, and I'm trying to like figure it out, but Madden is so broken, it's so ridiculous that I can't really like sort it out. So until I do, I won't import it into the franchise that we're going to be using, which is the New England Patriots. I went and chose the real life option. When you start a franchise, you go to week number 10 and all the stats and everything like that are the same, and then I just went to the league schedule and basically force wind every single game, every single team till this point here, and this is where we are at currently in real life, and we are all the records, everything like that is set. And how this will work is basically I'll go through these games one by one, hoping that we lose so we can accumulate the number 1 overall pick, and then we'll head through the off season, and then we'll actually do the draft next episode. I know it's probably a big bummer to some of you guys, but it's going to take me a little bit to figure out how to, you know, do that. And so when we actually choose the draft class, it'll be at the draft. So this New England team's pretty bad, to say the least. I did turn pre-existing injury off, so we can trade. And yes, I will be trading literally everyone, trying to accumulate as many draft picks as I can. That way we can pick and have our whole team, a 2024 draft class monsoon, just have a ton of players from that class or from this class on this team. There are a lot of tradable assets, and there are a lot of people I would like to keep around as well. And you know, you can kind of look around the team. Christian Gonzalez is definitely one of them, but like I said, you can kind of look around the team and realize how kind of bare, and it's a lot older roster. We're looking to flip it around, and I guess I'll start Bailey Zappi for the rest of the season as well. Mike Gesicki might as well, if he wasn't starting at fullback. But yeah, if you guys like this series already, which I will hopefully come around on it. It's just been such a pain to get it going. I've been working on the draft class for a while now, and it's just taken a little bit to work some kinks out. But here we are. Mike Onwenu would be the first guy I'm trying to re-sign. It sucks that he's at tackle now because he was at guard. So it's going to be worth a buttload of money, which is highly unfortunate. But hopefully we can get him on a 5-year deal. That's a massive contract. Oh, it's tough to give that one out. Kyle Duggar, I would like to re-sign him just to trade him. We're going to accumulate a lot in penalties here. I don't know, once we trade all these guys. Gesicki back for 3 years. He'd like to be longer. Wouldn't we all, buddy? Josh Uche, I would like to maybe develop, but depends on who we get in the draft. But he'll be back. Hunter Henry's on the fence with our offer, but he would like something close to what we just gave him, just a little bit more everything. Trent Brown would be absolutely massive to bring back. He's worth like a 1st round plus, so let's go ahead and, okay, well, he's going to want more money. Ezekiel Elliott is back on a short-term deal, and he'll be traded away. Kendrick Bourne, same thing. Just look to get him on a small little extension here, $9 million through the next 2 years. Not going to accept Mac Jones' option. Riley Reif, Al Woods, Montgomery, don't need Pharaoh Brown. Bye-bye. All these guys are pretty much good to walk. I just want to get these last 3 guys by the end of the season, which might be actually a tall task. I have to think about who would be a little bit more valuable. It's probably Mike Gesicki, Trent Brown, Gesicki, Hunter Henry. Probably the order I'd go in. Thursday night football prime time, which is a horrible prime time game for Thursday night football, but we win. That's unfortunate. Wanted to lose that one. And Kansas City, I believe, also coming off a win after a loss from the Packers. My Packers. Now back to the contract situation. If we give him 2 years and then up this to 10, I believe that'll do it, and it did. So Trent Brown's back. Now Mike Gesicki, he said he wants to be around here longer. Good money. That's the exact offer he was gonna propose, and then Hunter Henry, same thing, I guess. I'm just willing to do this, and that's probably the max I'll go with Hunter Henry, and he's back. And when I say he's back, I mean he's gonna get traded. Like, that's what it is with these guys. Tough game against the Chiefs. Please don't make me win this one, because I will fall into shambles if we end up 4-11 or 4-10, but we do lose by 17. And now the Denver Broncos, who have been hot and cold, they went on a 5-game win streak, lost to, I believe, the Texans, and now here we are up against them. And can Bailey Zappi power pass? He can't. 38-14. He's doing his job. Good job of losing. It's Bailey Zappi still throwing on the season. Okay, yeah, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, wow. Jack Jones, who I'm pretty sure was cut in real life and is now a Raider, he's here, which is good because he'll be worth something. Kyle Duggar, your safety linebacker mix here. We'll just try to get these guys as high up and overall as possible. That way they are the most valuable when we are trading them. Now we'll look at the NFL standings as of now to see where we kind of look at the bottom of the things. It still looks like the Panthers, which is the Bears, actually the Bears picking number 1, Cardinals number 2, and then us, the Patriots, at number 3, kind of controlling some destinies here. Very tough matchup here against the Buffalo Bills. Now this is one we absolutely cannot win. Let me lose. We lose 24-0. In New York have rebounded after a tough season. Zach Wilson comes back in to start, and here he is leading a 7-9 team. They are mathematically in the picture if I had to guess, and that might mean Aaron Rodgers return time, baby. Ooh, Marte Mapu's someone I kind of want to develop through this thing, so I'll just start upgrading his coverage now. That way he might be viable at the start of next season to either come down and play linebacker for me, although at 216 not looking promising as a, you know, size for a true linebacker. Now Christian Gonzalez needs his zone coverage to go up. This is someone that is not getting traded. He will probably return to the team. Last game of the season, Jets versus New England, or I guess Jets versus Patriots if you want to use the first or the same thing, and we actually win. That's a stall. That's a bummer. That is terrible. We did not want to win that, and now we'll go down to the bottom of the league. We still do hold that the third overall pick, it looks like. And now that we have some staff, you know, holes here, we don't have anyone in player personnel, I'm actually going to fire Martin here, and I'm also going to fire McGovern, who were just interim guys since we took over for Bill Belichick, who retired through the middle of the season, and we'll have to hire some guys for sure. But the class of 2024, or the class of 24 is the the head coach's last name there. We'll have to do some hiring here. Now here's an offensive coordinator that comes from Sean McDermott. I like that in for multiple reasons. So if we're looking for a, you know, open offense here with Ken Price, you know, I like him. Let's see what he's working with. He's got X Factor ready. Let's hire Ken Price. Now I am a defensive minded head coach, so that offense really mattered a lot. And here's a Kyle Shanahan offensive guy here, but we're looking for defense. And do we want to stick with McVay here and go with this guy? I don't think that that's going to be the case. Miami's defense, do we want DeMeco Ryans and the Houston defense there? I want something interesting. I want something different. I don't want something like you know, I like the Houston Texans. Obviously DeMeco Ryans is from the Shanahan tree here. Yeah, let's hire Frank Brooks. I know it's kind of same old. We'd be running a base or an inside 4-3 with him. We'll see what he wants to do when he eventually gets here. Player personnel, there's no one really to hire there. I don't know if I said we needed to hire someone for it, but we do have our offensive defensive coordinator Frank Brooks comes in to be our DC, and Ken Price, our OC. So we have the number 2 overall pick, the second pick in the second round, etc., with the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and then we have that 7th from Chicago. And yeah, this offseason we'll just look to go nuts. I like Demario Douglas a lot. I like Tyquan Thornton. Kayshon Boutte's not really, or Bootsy is not exactly in my, you know, in my radar here. I think that it would mostly just be Demario Douglas to be a rotational guy to play some formations, if any at all. When all said and done, depending on the receivers we get, he might stand out as a certain type. We got some pieces here, but let's acquire some more here via the offseason process. But first, let's keep tabs here on the playoff picture. The matchup under me was the Broncos and the Dolphins, and the Dolphins win that one to go against the Bengals. And then this one, obviously an NFC or an AFC North matchup. That'd be super interesting. Packers versus 49ers. We've seen that before. And it's Cowgirls versus the Falcons. Falcons. Not sure how much, how good they actually knocked off the Eagles. Oh, wow. The Birds maliciously beat the Birds, the other Birds. That is quite funny. This is a crazy playoff picture so far. Maybe expected with the Cowgirls and the 49ers, but the Eagles getting knocked off by the Falcons is funny. And it's the Packers losing to the 49ers and the Falcons keeping it close within 4 points, but the Cowboys beat them barely to head to that NFC Conference Championship, the 1 and 2 seed there. And then it is going to be the Cincinnati Bengals playing for a Super Bowl with a healthy Joe Burrow here because pre-existing injury is selected off in this franchise. And here the Steelers are making a deep playoff run, beating the number 2 and 1 seed, coming in at the 7 seed, beating the Chiefs and the Ravens. Both very convincing wins, 42-21. You doubled the Chiefs score and you more than doubled the Baltimore Ravens score. Suck on that, Matt Canada. Super Bowl is the Cincinnati Bengals versus the 49ers, the 6 and the 1 seed. The 6 seed on the AFC side and the number 1 seed just dominates. Not really dominates, but you have that first round bye. You beat the Packers and then you kind of beat the Dallas Cowboys. We saw them beat the Cowgirls by a lot earlier in the season and only 3 points to win there. Bengals will be their Super Bowl matchup, but let's check some Pro Bowl rosters because those are out now and we actually are eligible to have players in there. I doubt we will have any, but we are eligible since we are not in that playoff or in that Super Bowl, of the year right here. So Jared Goff makes it. You kind of look around for some guys. No one really stands out. Now, like no one, this is kind of just the typical, Addison actually. Jordan Addison making it. It's quite fun. Michael Pittman Jr. in here. My guy Jake Ferguson and the young guy Sam Laporta making the tight end group here for the NFC side alongside TJ Hawkinson. Both played better than Hawkinson according to this, Madden simulation here. Jalen Carter making his first Pro Bowl of his very young NFL career. Paulson Adebo making the Pro Bowl alongside Akello Witherspoon and Deron Bland. Steven Nelson, Darius Williams, and Kenny Moore. Interesting group of corners. Slay and Alante Samuel, not a Samuel. Cam Bynum in here. Geno Stone, Jordan Whitehead, Jesse Bates, Harrison Smith, Julian Love, I'd have to assume, and Grant Delpit are your safeties. Interesting Pro Bowl groups. Not weekly. Yearly awards, butchered that one. Dak Prescott is your league MVP and coach of the year goes to Kyle Shanahan. Put your bet down. Who do you think is going to win in Super Bowl 58? I think it will be the 49ers. 34 to a Bengals 21. I wasn't quite there, but 43-29, Bengals do get decimated in a lopsided Super Bowl, although it was very high scoring. Going over 70 points as your grand total is nuts. Christian McCaffrey's your Super Bowl MVP. NFL MVP's Dak Prescott. Mike McCarthy actually is your coach of the year. Doesn't make sense. Christian McCaffrey, offensive player of the year. Max Crosby, defensive player of the year. Jordan Addison stealing CJ Stroud's award. That's not fun. Byron Young is defensive rookie of the year. Final look over any players that want to re-sign with us. We're not going to accept that Max Jones option, and we'll go down the line and realize, nobody that we want. With a limited cap room or salary cap of $31 million for us, and it's not an overwhelming free agent class either, so that's good. Huntley's in the mix. Don't want him. Do I want any running back in here? Probably not. Very underwhelming class, as I have already stated. We could bring Jonnu Smith back. He's a good blocker. I wouldn't mind having him around on the team. I don't think I'll really work towards that though. Not a whole lot of players in free agency that I like. I'm just going to go after Jonah Williams. If we don't end up trading him, he'll be a solid starter for us. We do get him, and that's literally our sole signing of the free agent period. We'll go after Cade York, and though the guy that shall not be named, Matt Ariza, he was proven non-guilty. Good punter for, the next year, very young guy, and mixed takes on that, I guess. People might hate that, might like it. We get him, and then we'll look to bring in Cade York. We'll have to wait on him, but I'm sure we'll get Cade York, who will be in a kicker, battle with Chad Ryland, who I'm sure probably won't make it out of that kicker battle. Like, I really don't want any of these guys that are down here. You go to tight end, sort by age, and you can find, some guys, or same thing at tackle. If you find someone, there's like always someone out there that you might like Netani Moody, who's like this young, maybe. Carrington Valentine stepped up and been a good player for the Packers. Elijah Ricks, no, not really interested. Neither in Carrington Valentine. He can kind of float around. Darius Rush is someone I'm interested in, though, for sure. So with a guy like this, I'd probably give him like a 3-year deal. He'd be on the active roster. I mellowed his deal down a little bit, but yeah, he's on the team now. Good speed. He's got a lot of intangibles that I like, and him only at a 69 overall isn't bad if we can just develop his man coverage, which is actually pretty good. His coverages are pretty good. So we're looking at possibly not a starting guy, but if we need him to play, he can play. When you see someone who has green interest and his name is Smoke Monday, I feel like I just have to have him. I don't know what he's good at. I don't know what he's bad at. I'm probably not going to sign him. I just thought it'd be worth saying Smoke Monday. Come out of this class is Jonah Williams, Cade York, Matt Ariza, and Darius Rush, the South Carolina corner that came out. I believe it was Cam Smith's teammate that was getting some pre-draft hype that year as well. So solid class, nothing crazy at all. Like duds. Free agency recap: Rasul Douglas, Leonard Williams, Curtis Samuel, and Bobby Wagner. Townsend remains unsigned. Odell Beckham Jr. adding to that. Texans offense: Mitch Morse, Levi Wallace, Geno Stone, who's gotten overall upgrades because of his interceptions. I don't think he's really that great of a player, but he's definitely a starter level player. I don't know about an 81 overall star dev on him as well. Safety out of Iowa. Kind of go down the line and look for guys, but looking at certain positions, Sam Darnold's a Raider, Baker Mayfield is a Titan. I don't know if anyone else really gets signed. That's kind of crazy. Running backs, Kareem Hunt, and A.J. Dillon actually goes to the Rams, but Kareem Hunt to the Commanders. Madison to the Commanders. They're just building a fun team over there, I guess. Cardinals with Zach Moss, who stepped up as of late for the Colts. Devin Singletary moving around. Same division as the Texans, his former team at this point, and still in the same conference, the AFC, as the Bills were. And Antonio Gibson re-signed as a Commander as well. This it only gets more interesting. Samuel to the Viking, or to the, not the Vikings, those are the Falcons. He'll be in the same, oh no, never mind. He'd be in the same division as DJ Moore's Panthers, but DJ Moore is now a Bear. Odell Beckham Jr., Texans. And Rashid Shaheed to the Commanders. Yeah, they really just added an arsenal of offensive weapons this season. Josh Reynolds to the Titans, back to the Titans. I think he was there before. If my oh no, he was at the Rams. It was he was never with the Titans, if I remember correctly. Marcus Valdes-Scantling to the Panthers, trying to give Bryce Young a spark in that offense. DJ Chark's a Giant. Sterling Shepard, a veteran, kind of your Adam Thielen replacement. Sterling Shepard. Noah Brown to the Steelers. He kind of feels like a Steeler. Richie James to the Falcons. Laviska remains unsigned, someone we might look into. He's good around the line of scrimmage and making guys miss after the catch. Jamal Agnew, another spark plug. Devin Duvernay, a Falcon. KJ Hamler to the Titans. And how about this? Chase Claypool headed back to the Bears. It's a fun fit. All right, Ray McLeod getting picked up there. I don't know if anybody else really is either, though. So interesting there. And there's another Commander. Noah Fant. Goodness gracious. Everywhere you look, it's just Commanders. I went from tight end to left tackle, and the first guy's Taylor Lewan. He's a Commander now. And there's another Commander. Oh my God. Isaiah Wynn. How much cap space do they have? And they also got Ezra Cleveland. Hey, they're like, for fun. Oh my God. It's Aaron Brewer, the center. He's taken by the Commanders. What is happening? This has got to be a bug. And Mike Dana, Commander. Dorrance Armstrong, AJ Epinesa, and Carl Lawson, a Commander, of course. But AJ Epinesa is a fun pick here at 75 or at 25 years old, 76 overall. He's got a good base to him. I think that he should be a pretty good NFL player headed forward. Left outside linebackers, any Commanders. And of course, when it actually comes to position of needs for the Commanders, they're like, nah, we're good. We'll pass on a lot of these guys. Greedy Williams, he was good at one point. Now we are simming to the week of the draft here, just a week removed. And what I'd have to do here is go to Scout College Players, go to Prospects, press down, and then import the file, which is called Best 2024 Class right now. But I'm not sure about that because the draft order is all messed up. So I'll try to figure that out. I'll spend the rest of my day today editing, posting this video, along with trying to figure it out because it is a little messed up right now. So if I can figure that out, we should have a very good series ahead of us. But if not, it's really going to piss me off. But that'll be all for thank you for watching. If you guys enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like, go down, subscribe, go watch any of the past content on my channel. That'll be all. See you guys. Deuces.